how's it going? I am watching my grandkids today, and they just went down for a nap at the same time. So I have a minute. I actually used up the last of my wipes, and so I was gonna make more wipes, and I thought, oh, I will hop on real quick and make a video on baby wipes because I love my baby wipes, and I have so many people ask me for this recipe, so I thought I'd share it. And it's super easy, you don't need a lot. You're gonna start off with a normal paper towel, and then you're gonna cut it in half. I've already cut mine in half, so there you go, it's beautiful. That's probably the hardest part of making your own baby wipes, which isn't hard at all. And then we're gonna remove that center, because you don't want that center in there, because these baby wipes are gonna pull nicely from the center. Oh, it's gonna come right out for me. Sometimes it gives me problems. Okay, pull from the center, take that out, and I have my designated baby wipe jar. This is just my glass baby wipe jar. Does not have to be. You can use plastic, it's not a big deal. None of the oils that we're gonna use in these baby wipes are harsh at all, so they can be used in plastic. In fact, I have this Folgers can. This is how I always kept them in, except for not decaf. And I know what you're thinking. Who drinks decaf coffee? And I don't know. I had a moment where I thought I was going to cut down on my caffeine and drink decaf, but I've come to my senses, thank goodness, and I'm fully caffeinated today with regular coffee. But anyways, they fit nicely in these. It's not as pretty or cute as your jar, but feel free to. So you're gonna take your, after you remove the center, you're gonna take that and put it in. And I like to put the cut side down because sometimes this leaves little fuzzies and you don't want those coming out every time you pull a baby wipe out. It'll really stick to the bottom. So it's a really simple recipe. You've got 2 cups, and I've already heated this up. This is gonna be distilled water, and I always use distilled water in my recipes because less chance of bacteria and things like that to make your baby wipes go bad. So 2 cups of distilled water. I've heated it up. You want it pretty warm because you're gonna put your coconut oil in there, and you want your coconut oil to melt. So I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. I just use regular organic coconut oil, not the fractionated kind. I just use my, here, let's see if I can show you. It's the kind I use. So organic, great value coconut oil. Use it in a lot of things, but a coconut oil is just gonna be super gentle for those baby butts. It's gonna hydrate it, it's gonna give these wipes some moisture, and it's amazing. Okay, I'm also gonna use Castile soap. So if you have not used Castile soap, you're missing out. I use this in a lot of recipes, a lot of recipes. And I'm gonna use 1.5 tablespoons of Castile soap. These do come in different, almost said flavors, scents, if you will. I just like the regular unscented kind just because it's, you know, less is more. I don't want a lot of additives, even though I do trust that brand and it is very natural. I just feel like I'll add in my own oils if I want. I don't necessarily want it scented, but you can use whatever you want. Okay. I also am going to use lavender and chamomile. So lavender and chamomile both, I use them a lot in my baby products. They are tissue regenerating. They are healing for cuts and scrapes and wounds. They are good for burns. They just do it all. So you can see why I want them in my baby wipes, because it's gonna be really gentle. If they do have like any kind of rash or sore on their behind, this is gonna help heal that, comfort them. It's not gonna sting. So you're gonna wanna stick away from harsher oils. If you don't like the scent of these, frankincense is a good one, also healing and regenerative. So you could go that route. Okay, so most of the time, this is all it takes. Coconut oil, Castile soap, and your oils and your water. However, I harvested some aloe, and I went ahead and blended that up, and I'm gonna add some fresh aloe And that was about half a cup. That was about half a cup of fresh aloe. So you don't have to add that. But hey, if you've got an aloe plant and you're just wondering how you're going to use your aloe plant, because it's more than a house plant, then just peel that green exterior away. Allow it to drain. It'll have a little bit of a yellowish liquid that will drain off of it. And then you can take that, it's kind of like a jellyfish, the center of your aloe plant. And you're going to take that and you're just going to stick it in a blender or a baby bullet or whatever. Blend it up. And then you can throw it in your baby wipe. Okay, you're gonna just pour this over your baby wipes. And careful that it doesn't go over the sides. You'll also want to keep in mind when you're paper towel shopping, just as a side note, I know some of them are like, you know, double, quadruple the roll. Just keep in mind, you want it to fit your container, so don't get those big fat paper towels and then get home and be like, oh man, it's too big. Because I've done that. So keep that in mind when you're paper towel shopping. Get something natural if you want. Just really up to you, but you're just going to be 10 times better doing it this way. You're just going to get that all saturated. This jar does have a lid, and you will want a lid on it because obviously you don't want it to dry out. It's super handy though, because look how they just pull from the center. Voila! So they make it really easy to grab when you're changing a dirty butt. Put that lid on, and I think we're done. Now, obviously the only other thing would be, you can't put this in your diaper bag. And no, that would be really cumbersome and awkward. But I have found it's just as easy to pull a few out, put them into a sandwich bag, and throw them in my diaper bag. I'd rather have natural on the go. And it can still be convenient. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. So that's what I do for on the go. Or you can put Folgers container. There's lots of different options. We've got nice gentle oils. And I will say, I've used these for all of my children. I've only had one batch ever go bad. And that was when it was my 6 and 7-year-old. They had already gotten out of diapers. And I still had an old jar left, and I guess I hadn't changed a diaper in a long, long time. And I went back to find it, and it was gross. So, I mean, no, they don't go bad quickly. That's why I use distilled water and those ingredients. You will definitely be able to use it up before it goes bad, but don't forget about a jar and leave it, because it will be gross when you find it. All right, I think that's it. So I am ready for those kids to wake up from naps. Actually, I'm hoping to have another cup of coffee before they do, but we'll see. So I'm ready to change some diapers. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this was helpful.